Hi everyone, in this video we will learn the basics of proper handstand. But first, for that we have to warm up some body parts, especially the forearm, shoulders and the thigh flexors. They are needed because as you use momentum to get into handstand, should be stretched, and it's good if they are a bit loosened or warmed up. For the stretching parts, don't force yourself into too strong stretch. It should be comfortable, but still you should feel something as always. So let's start in a comfortable squat. Just move left to right. If you can put down your heels, then put down your heels. Otherwise, it's okay to be on the toes. Just move yourself. Start to widen the spread. Feel free to use the hands to support yourself. This is in the way. Okay, and soon start to put one heel down, close your pelvis to the heel, and try to rotate upwards the other leg and other side. And just keep moving like this for a while. And slowly start to pull closer the heels as you go from one side to the other and arrive into comfortable forward bend. Feel free to bend the knees if it's needed and move with the hands to one side. Stretch far away with the hand. Try to make your right shoulder go far away from the pelvis. And back to the middle and to the other side. Use the breathing. And come back to the middle, vertebrae by vertebrae with an inhale. Come upwards. Link your fingers behind your back. Lift them. Inhale. Exhale. Bend forward. Arms are far away from the body. And keep this distance in the arms. And slowly with an inhale, turn your head towards the ceiling and turn your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe under the collarbones. And now relax yourself. Just relax the arms a bit. And again, vertebrae by vertebrae bend forward. Step a bit, arrive into mountain, and start closing one heel and the other towards the floor. You don't have to touch it, just try to close them. And lift both heels, even if you can put it down. And push your hands into the ground. And try to reach your thighs with your chest. Try to rotate upwards or forwards the elbow bends. And slowly stretch your legs. Try to touch the ground with your heels and flex your foot upwards. And relax. Move close again to the hands. And with an inhale, lift the body. Okay, let's warm up the shoulders. For this, put your right palm on the wall, around shoulder width. You can put it a bit higher if it's the first time you're doing it. And start turning yourself towards the middle of the room. Bend the elbow if it's needed and just go around. And then go back again. This can be very slow. You can bend the knee. You can use the whole body. Just try to go around. Try to push yourself away from the wall. All along, push your hand onto the wall and try to push yourself away. You can make it more difficult if you're keeping the elbow stretched all the time. Just experiment with it. Try to get the hang of it. And slowly stop. when the arm is above the head, step a bit closer to the wall and try to push yourself away from it. Try to rotate the chest upwards towards the ceiling. Breathe through the right side. And relax. And other hand. Put your left hand now onto the wall and start turning towards the middle of the room and then to the other side. And then back again. All along, keep pushing away the wall from you. And slowly step with the left hand above your head. Step closer to the wall. Push your pelvis outside. Don't let it go backwards. Flex your buttocks. Everything is in one line. And try to push yourself away from the wall. Look towards the middle of the room. Turn your chest a bit upwards. Breathe. And slowly relax. And now it's time to go. First put your weight on your right leg. Put out your left. Flex upwards the heel. Bend your pelvis forwards and bend forwards. You can stop here. You can go down. You can even grab your foot if you're flexible enough for that. The most important point is to push your heel down and pull towards yourself. So try to pull backwards the leg, left leg. And inhale up, other leg. Remember, push your heel onto the ground. Try to pull it towards yourself. You should feel the whole back part of the leg working and stretching at the same time. Inhale, come up. Relax. And just to be flex the front part a bit as well. Technically it's not needed, but it's good to have. So step backwards with the left leg and start lowering yourself. Lower the hip into a nice comfortable stretch. Try to keep the back foot, the hind foot, as stretched as possible. Turn over your right shoulder. Look backwards. Try to touch the left knee to the ground once and stretch it backwards, far away from you. And then slowly come up and other leg. First, just lower yourself into this comfortable stretch. Look over your left shoulder. Bend your right knee, touch the ground just a little. And then send your heel backwards. Try to keep the pelvis low. And then slowly come up. Now it's time for warm up our forearms. So come to the ground. And first just start walking on them. You can even be in a squat and just move around. Just put them down across, front, all the way. Put some weight on them. You can move around. You can stay in one place. And slowly stop in a hands and knees position. Lift the base of the palm just a little, so it's elevated from the ground. move your shoulders forwards. If you can feel your forearm working very hard in this, then this is good for you. If you would come further, then you can move a bit backwards with the knees. And even if this is too easy, then you can stretch the legs. Try to rotate the elbow forwards. So, like this. And move with your shoulders as forwards as possible. And hold a bit. And move backwards. And then again, move forwards. Hold a bit. Move backwards. And one last time, move forwards. Check if the base of the palm is lifted. Hold it a bit. And then backwards. Sit on your heels. Put down the back of your palm. And pull outwards a little. Don't put weight on them. Just create a comfortable stretch or compensation. Okay, relax the wrists or forearm a bit. Now put your palms facing towards your legs and start to move backwards with the body. And if you would come further, then start to bend the elbows and try to touch first the thighs. And if you can easily touch the thighs, then you can aim for the ground. And let's do 10. 9. Only go as far as all your fingers, except for the thumb, are still on the ground. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1, and hold this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Give time for the forearms to calm down. Okay. So the first, put your thumbs. First we set the hands, the position of the hands for the handstand. Put your thumbs under your armpit. Stretch forwards. Rotate down and flex upwards. This will be the width of the handstand. I know first when you put them down, they seem very narrow. But in this position will the shoulder be strongest. This is the position you will be able to hold longest. Keep the elbow stretched all the time. That's very important. And for first, what we will do is just start, I don't know the word when you do this with the leg, only backwards. So put down your hands, one leg is down and the other is stretched, and what you will do is just move it a bit upwards. Notice my other leg. It barely moves from the ground. It doesn't need to come up. You don't need to lift it. Just one leg. A bit up and then down. A bit up and then down. And while you do this with the leg, try to rotate the elbow bands forwards. Try to push out with the shoulders. So you don't want to fall between the shoulders. Push out, far away. And if you can do this, so you're comfortable with this, you can go higher and higher. If you fear of falling down, then there's one very simple thing to do. Come to a wall. And next to the wall, you will do something like this. And if you go a bit too much, then the wall will hold you. Okay? So this is the first thing what you should practice. Just keep practicing with both legs. It's important because you will naturally feel that one leg, it's easier to find a balance, but you generally want to get good with both legs, just for fun, and because it's useful for the coordination. So again, put down your palms, rotate forwards the elbow bend, push into the ground. Shoulders are far away. I mean, they are, yeah. And when you come up, one more important thing to do, as you will get upper and upper, is pull close your lower ribs. So you could flex your stomach, but if you flex it too much, then it will get tired very fast. So it's more like you pull close the lower ribs and you hold this area. So you won't do this. See, I'm making a little backward bend. That will it will be very hard to hold because it won't be straight, but it will be a curve, and the force won't distribute well evenly on the hands. So you should try to keep the stretched body, I mean the straight body all the time. So rotate forwards the elbow bends, push the palms into the ground, stretch the fingers, I mean spread the fingers, it's also important, and use the momentum of the leg and come up towards, hold the lower ribs, push in, and this will be the handstand. It needs a lot of practice. I will show some general mistakes, as I already did when practicing. Everybody makes these mistakes. Some people make all of them, some people make some of them. It's just important to notice if you do them or not, and then work on them. Yeah. So the first is elbows are coming towards out the side, so they are not stretched. They should be all the time stretched. If you can't stretch them while standing on handstand yet, I mean completely, then you should only do these little upward movements until you can keep them stretched. Second is what I just told, you lose the core. You lose the core and you go banana. This is the banana. Maybe it can be seen from the side. I was doing this for a long time. So hold the core. Okay. What else? One is not pushing into from shoulders. You should push into the ground. Of course, you need shoulder strength and a bit of mobility. Another thing what I was doing for a long time is having a bit of a angle with the arms and the body. So like this. It's much harder to hold like this than if your shoulders are completely stretched. Okay? You can rest a bit now, if you hadn't already. We will do a shoulder strengthening practice. For that you will need a wall, and just walk into the wall like this. So the legs are about a pelvis width. Do all the things what we did. So elbow is stretched, rotate, try to rotate the elbow bands as forwards as possible. Try to pull in the lower ribs. So don't arch your back, rather try to round your back and slowly start moving your weight over to one hand and slowly lift the other. And then slowly back, other leg. Keep holding, keep pushing in, try to bring in the shoulder into the middle. Try to rotate forwards the elbow bands. Slowly put it down, don't arch your back. Push into the ground, pull the shoulder to the middle, and then back again. Was it clear? Okay. So, move from one. If you feel the wall is too hard for you, you can also do this bit in a plank. So rotate forwards the elbow band, move your weight over to your right hand, push into it, try to bring the shoulder in, but don't rotate the body outwards. So the body should stay in the middle, and then back again, other hand. You don't have to lift high the other hand. Always rotate forwards, bring in the shoulder to the middle. Yeah, it's very tiring, this practice and talking at the same time. That's it, very good. Okay, relax a bit. It's very good practice to, it's a very good exercise to practice that you need to rotate forwards the elbow bands. You need to bring in the shoulder under the, bring in the shoulder under the shoulder. So bring in the hand under the shoulder so it doesn't go out, but it's strong. As you hold the handstand, you need to form a shape of a U with the hands and the collarbones all the way. It's a very strong U. You are standing on the bones and they hold you. Okay. This was one practice that strengthens the shoulder and teaches you the proper position. It's very hard, so practice as much as you can and as you have strength. Next practice is next to the wall. I hope the angle is good. So you should be about 1 palm distance from the wall. This stuff, which I don't know the name in English, doesn't matter. So you don't measure from here, but from here, around 1 palm width. Yeah. Again, correct distance from the palms. Rotate forwards the elbow bands and come up. Push into it. See, I'm pushing into it. And the legs are in a bit of a spread. And as I push into it, as I pull in the lower ribs, your legs will automatically elevate a bit from the wall. And you can practice the correct positions here. So if you do everything right, then your leg will elevate from the wall and you can practice the straight body, except for the legs. But if you know this, then closing the legs, if you know this, then closing the legs is just like that. Okay? You can also practice, if this is very good, you can also practice a bit of movement with the legs. Make sure you don't do this, okay? So when you touch the wall, it's a gentle touch. this is one way to practice the long standing. Another one is with a partner. So if you have a partner, then a partner can help the other one, the practitioner, get into a handstand, and you give a very, very narrow mistake zone. I think it's clear. So it's give a very error zone, yeah. And when the partner leans this way, then when the partner feels that their leg touches the hand, you don't have them push back to the middle, so you don't set their leg. They have to do it themselves. Your only role is to not let them fall and give a very, very little error of margin. So they practice standing straight. Okay. Let me think. I will teach the other two types of, what I know of handstands. I will look up the name. This one and the big one some other time. What you should do after handstand minimum is relax the forearms a bit, because they can get very stiff. So one way to do it is go into a comfortable squat, and between the calf and so on your knee band, put your forearms into the knee band and let your weight onto them. And you can move around a bit. And then elevate a bit, move your forearm a bit further, near the wrist. And you can move it quite a way up. So go all the way through your forearm to massage it. Another way to massage the forearm is put it down in front of you and use the top of your shin to massage it. You just put it on it and go over it. And keep moving. Don't only do it one place, but all along your forearm. And your fingers will move on their own. That's completely natural. And do this with the other as well, of course. Okay, and that's it really. That's needed to calm down the body, as only the forearms can get very, very stiff. Especially in the beginning, you use much more force with the fingers than it's actually needed. That's natural, that's part of the learning process. I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments if anything is not clear or you don't understand something, and if I see it, I will be happy to explain. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a nice day.